Hello and welcome to part 2 of Cajon Grooves for Worship. And I explained in the previous video that we're talking about CCM style music, so more on the rock and pop type of genres. So I'm going to try to make this video a little bit shorter than the previous video. It was very long because I went in depth with the first 2 grooves and some exercises in developing them, as well as some stuff with the brushes. So I've got a couple more grooves. I'm going to try to make this a little bit shorter, but please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, subscribe, hit a like, comment, send me some feedback, and yeah, even if you want to know about this shirt, hit me a comment and let me know. I'd be happy to tell you all about it. All right, so the third groove that we're going to do is going to be, if we're in 4/4 still, and this I'm going to start off really slow to explain it. It's going to be bass, touch, snare, touch, bass, snare. I'm not sure if I did that right. Let me do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, sorry. I had to make sure my stuff's on. So the groove is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass, touch, snare, touch. Let me start that again. So the groove is going to be bass, touch, snare, touch, bass, snare. So boom, ka, tick, boom, ka. All right? Bass, ta, tick, boom, ka. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Let's use the brush for the touches. Sorry. Tick, ta, tick, and 4. So what's happening is the second bass is actually on the end of 3. 1 and 2 and 3, right there. Okay, think when I say and, I'm talking about after the number I just said. And of 3 meaning right after 3. 3 and 4. Okay, now if I play the touches just with the brush, 3. So there's a pause there, okay, after the touch, after the snare. 3 and 4. So boom, ka, boom, ka. Faster, it sounds like this. Okay, now that pause, you can also add a ghost note of a bass, a softer bass note. Now without it, with it. You hear that? Boom, boom, ka. Let me play real slow with the variation and extra bass. Without it, and 4. With it. So that's with it. There's 2 basses. So there's a total of 3 in the groove. So you can add it, you can drop it, whatever, but the main groove was this. Okay, you can add variations of where you add the brush. If you add brushes, what I do a lot often is play the groove with this hand and the touches in the ostinato, like a hi-hat or a shaker part. I play that with the other hand and switch, practice it with both hands. Or you can also play the bass with the brush. Let's add a bass with the brush. So the first groove is just like this. Right? Now let's add a bass. So if I played it faster, it sounds like this. Or which makes more sense to me, is just play a softer bass. The first note is the bass. The second note is a touch. Boom, tick. Third note is a snare. Boom, tick. And then the fourth note is a touch. The fifth note on the end of 3, after 3, is a bass. And the last note is a snare. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 notes, and that's all the 6 notes. Bass, touch, snare, touch, bass, snare. Boom, ta, t, boom, ta. That ta is the snare, okay? T is the touch, all right? So that's another groove. Practice that, switch hands. Now, play along with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4. Play with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Even slower if you need me to do it slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Keep playing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? That's another groove. The last one is going to be bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare. Very classic, okay? So it's going to sound like this. And this is basically the same thing playing over and over, all right? And we'll do this as an exercise, so we're going to switch hands. 4 for the right, 4 for the left. Starting with the right. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Switch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Switch and do that, so on and so forth, for at least 2 minutes in a row at a certain BPM, just focusing on that. Okay? Now, if you want to add a different dynamic and emulate the drum set a little bit more and adds another exciting layer of percussion there, add your brushes or your shaker. But for now, we have our brushes, and we're going to do a 16th note brush. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. There's 16 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay? So, 16 notes, right? And then play that groove with your right hand while your left hand plays those steady brush patterns. Drop a bass every now and then. I mean, take it out. Drop it on the first one. Faster. Okay? And switch. Practice with the other hand. So basically emulating a drum set. Again, there's just a few more grooves there, and I want to give you some exercises to practice to learn these grooves, okay? So in the next episode, we will go over some 6/8 grooves. All right? I'll see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. All right? And I'll see you on the next time.